I arrived in Washington, D.C., and I went to the Hilton where it was taking place, and they said that the president wouldn't be able to be there that evening because he had to leave to go to the funeral of the Pope, who had just recently passed away. And at that point, I, a Jew, felt that the Pope should be nominated for sainthood. Because he had performed a miracle. He'd made the president disappear. He died so that I could live. They then told me that since the president couldn't make it, that Vice President Cheney would be there instead. That is exactly the same sound that was inside my head. Only it was much louder, and in the background, 10,000 chimps were shitting. Now I've got Vice President Cheney. Holy fuck. I guess the Pope knew I was a Jew. You have to understand that I devoted 4 months of my life to this 20 minutes. I had to. Ask any comedian who's done the gig. You have to work and work. I had to spend day after day transforming whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing up here into a precise series of very refined knock-knock jokes. The room that I was performing in was the room that my senior prom was in. And so I opened with the following line. I said that I feel exactly the same way that I felt at the night of my prom. That I'm wearing a tuxedo, I feel awkward, and once again, I'm not gonna get lucky. If you were the adults, you would have said laid. Laid is the reason you laugh at Lucky. You don't go, Lucky, well, I guess he's playing Yahtzee. But you have to say lucky in front of them. You cannot say laid. They do not want to hear that word. That is another word that makes them cry. I spent 20 minutes up there, and it was the longest 20 minutes of my life. Because the entire time that I performed, my brain was going, say fuck, say fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Don't say fuck, he said fuck, you can say fuck too. But I made it. I didn't snap, I got through it, and when I was done, they gave me a standing ovation. And when I should have felt this immense sense of pride in performing something that I did not think could be done, at that point where I should have felt as proud as I've ever been as a comedian, I felt like a whore. Obviously, many of you have never felt that, and God bless you. But I did. I felt like a whore. I felt that really it would be more patriotic and I'd be better if I'd just been in like a little pink dress with a blonde fright wig and some rouge and glitter, because the guys like that, and been blowing sailors who were going to leave for Iraq for $5 a pop. And sure, they wouldn't have been happy, but neither would I, okay? My parents were there, and they're both in their late 80s, and they are so they're like, well, like salt and pepper shakers. And Paul Wolfowitz raced up to them afterwards, and you have to realize that Paul Wolfowitz is a neoconservative who's designed many of the programs that President Bush seemed to follow. And neoconservative, by the way, most people don't know what it means. I know. It's someone who watches The Matrix and believes it's real. So, my parents don't really like Paul Wolfowitz, and whenever he's on TV, they literally just go, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." And I have to throw down a Chewy toy and let them tussle for a while. Then rub both their bellies till they calm down. He races up after my performance and hugs the two of them. And they said it was the creepiest moment of our lives. We don't even like this guy. And now we gotta be nice to him. We can't say anything to him because he liked you so much. And I thought, wow, now I know why I'm a whore. My parents are whores too. And as we were leaving the room, my parents turned to me and went, "Don't you ever do anything like this bullshit again." There is a kind of a really great metaphor for the war in Iraq. Now, I do. I think if you can think back to the beginning of the war, and that may take a couple of days, and you may need to nap a while. We were confronted, we were told, with an axis of evil. North Korea, Iraq, and Iran. Now, we are never, ever going to attack the North Koreans because they are the most evil people on the planet. And how do we know that? Because when we get video and film footage from North Korea, it's always in black and white. It's not the film. These people are so evil, they have no color. And you don't fuck with that kind of evil. Your hands are full. North Korea is the country that the monkeys in The Wizard of Oz came from. Then there was Iraq, a country with an insane leader and weapons of mass destruction. Or so we were told by our spy network, who did just a crackerjack job. Oh, yeah, we know. They're over there. They kept saying there were weapons of mass destruction, even though Blix told us from the UN that they weren't there. Folks from the Pentagon told us that they weren't there. It even said so on the Iraqi page on MySpace. And then there was Iran. Insane leader, just as insane as Saddam, completely nuts. Only they actually have access to nuclear materials that they are beginning to convert into some sort of a bomb that they eventually will put into a missile, and 500 Iranians will throw it at us. So I believe it went like this: Iran, 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 Iraq. Year and a half is by far the toughest times I've ever spent as a comedian. It's just become more and more difficult. I just can't keep up with all the shit. It used to be easy. One or two things might happen in a week, and now something will happen, and I'd read about it, and I'd go, I'm gonna make that funny, and then the next day, 30 other things that fucking happened! Who can keep track of this shit? I don't even have a Ports of Dubai joke, and we're on to immigration. tell me how we're gonna catch 11 million people. Are you out of your fucking minds? And build a fence that's 700 miles long. A fence that would basically be the distance from Washington to Chicago. Oh yeah, we could build that fence and then it would take Congress 5 years to figure out what color to fucking paint it. Yeah, we're gonna build a fence 700 miles long and we couldn't build the levees in New Orleans, dickhead.